China has just hit a staggering milestone. Its trade surplus with the world topped 1 trillion in 2025, and this is happening despite years of tariffs and trade tensions with major economies like the US and the European Union. But how did China manage this? And what does it mean for global markets and everyday consumers? First, let's break down what trade surplus means. When a country exports more goods and services than it imports, it has a trade surplus. China's surplus reaching over $1 trillion means it's selling a lot more products to the world than it's buying from other countries. You might remember the tariff imposed by the Trump administration and other aiming to reduce China's export dominance, yet data shows export from China kept growing, especially to countries outside the US. For example, exports to the US have actually declined recently, but the export to Europe, Asia and other regions have surged, helping push the surplus to this record level. One reason is how China diversified its trading partners and supply chains. While tariffs made US imports from China more expensive, China gained new markets and dependent ties with developing economies hungry for electronics, machinery, and consumer goods. This development also highlights ongoing global supply chain shifts and raises questions about how countries like US and EU can balance protecting their industries while maintaining affordable goods for consumers. On the policy front, some European leaders like France Macron are warning that the EU might respond with its own tariffs to address the growing trade imbalance, which could further push global trade tensions. For consumers, this means a complex picture. Tariffs might raise prices on some goods, but China's trade resilience helps keep product flowing worldwide. Businesses, meanwhile, are closely watching how governments will act next as these dynamics continue evolving. In short, China's 1 trillion trade surplus in 2025 shows that tariffs alone haven't showed its global economic influence. Instead, China is adapting and expanding its trade footprints, challenging traditional economic powerhouses and reshaping the global trade landscape.